friends, it's Miss Holman here. I am recording this video for you to help with tricky spots on leading ladies. This is the alto part video, so if you're not an alto, you're going to want to find a different one. I'm going to list out for you what we're going to work on, and I'm going to include timestamps after the fact, so if you need help with a particular part, you can skip straight to it. One more thing about this video. I'm going to have a very specific format for how I'm going to work on a particular chunk. I'm going to perform it for you to listen. I'm going to ask that you do it with me, and then I'm going to give you an opportunity to do it by yourself with my piano playing. Hopefully with minimal error. I know that once I make a mistake in video format, it's stuck there forever. It's a little less flexible, but we're doing our best. I wish I could hear your beautiful voices with me, but for now, I'll pretend. You will be hearing the beautiful voice of my dog crying and scratching on the door. I apologize for that. It wasn't working out well trying to film with her in here. She's just going to be included no matter what. I think she's excited about it or something. I'm not sure. So here's what we will be working on. Whew, with that out of the way, let's begin. I will sing the tonic triad first, and then you'll sing it after me. Do, mi, do, so, do, your turn. Excellent. Join me on page 3 of Leading Ladies. I'm going to sing from the top of the page, the pick up to the second measure on that first staff. I'm going to sing there through measure 17, which is the part that we're looking at. So let's give it a listen, and then I'll talk about it briefly. Do, re, do, ti, la, ti, do, re, do, la. Do, so, do. All right, so now you've heard it. The part that I was talking about is le, do, so, do. It just sounds kind of strange at first, but I'm sure you can do it. Would you please sing with me from the top of the page, starting at do, re, do, ti, la. All right, here we go. 1, 2. Do, re, do, ti, la, ti, do, re, do, la, re, do, so, do. Excellent. This time on your own. 1, 2. Not so bad after all, is it? All right, the next spot that we are looking at is page 5. Look at the top of page 5 for me. I'm going to sing that whole part all the way through measure 34, and then we'll break it down a little bit from there. I'm going to use a metronome for this, actually, so I don't have to snap and play. 1, 2, here I go. Do, do, ti, so, ti, do, do, ti, so, ti, do, do, ti, ti, do, mi, fi, si. It's that little mi, fi, si that I think is a little tricky. I am going to sing it again, just me, from the last measure at the top of the page, which is the do, do, ti, ti, do, mi, fi, si. I'm going to do that just a couple of times, and if you want to jump in, feel free. Here we go. Do, do, ti, ti, do, mi, fi, si. Do, do, ti, ti, do, mi, fi, si. Do, do, ti, ti, do, mi, fi, si. All right, so I did that 3 times. Let's go back to the top of the page. This time, definitely sing with me. Now that you've heard that a couple times, it's in your ear. Let's do it. 1, 2, here we go. Do, do, ti, so ti, do, do, ti, so ti, do, do, ti, ti, do, mi, mi, fi, si. How'd you do? This time it's all you. 1, 2, here you go. Nice. All right, the next spot we are looking at is on the next page, page 6. Look with me on the middle section there. It's the same thing we were just singing there, but then we get into some triplets. So go ahead and listen to me first. Here I go. Do, do, ti, so ti, do, do, ti, so ti, la, la, ti, 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 la, 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 re, 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 mi, fa, mi, re, do, ti, do. All right, this time join me. 1, 2, here we go. Do, do, ti, so ti, do, do, ti, so ti, la, la, ti, 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 la, 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 re, 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 mi, fa, mi, re, do, ti, do. One of these days I'll hit the B flat on the keyboard. This time, it's all you. 1, 2, here you go. Hooray! I hit the B flat. I hope you did too. The next sort of challenging spot that we are looking at is measure 53. We just finished on that do. This is the next entrance that we have. We come back in on re. It goes re, di, re, di, re, di, re, di, re, re, do, te. Kind of a mouthful. I'm going to do that one more time. Re, re, di, re, di, re, di, re, di, re, re, do, te. If you've heard the song, it doesn't sound all that foreign because it's in the melody, but it still is weird to say on solfege. This time, join me. Re, here we go. Re, di, re, di, re, di, re, di, re, do, te. This time's all you. Here you go. Nice. All right, your very next entrance is on a page turn, and it's got some tricky syncopations. So we just finished out singing te. Our next entrance is on re. And I have picked a slower tempo for this little section just so we can get it in our bodies. Listen first. 2, 3, 4. It's on the end of 4. 2, 3, 4. Re, re, me, fa, me, re, re, do, ti, la, ti, so, mi, so. Rest, rest. And then it goes back to normal. All right, this time you're joining me. 1, 2, 3. Re, re, me, fa, me, re, re, do, ti, la, ti, so, mi, so. Rest. All right, this time it's all you. 1, 2, 3. The next section is a bit farther off. It's on page 10. So flip on over to page 10 and we're looking at measure 80. It's in a big box. The alto line, which is you, are going to take the bottommost note. The soprano 2s are going to be on that alto 1-y looking line. So just take the bottom note. We start on C. So C. This part is just a whole bunch of chromatic pitches. Sort of strange, but I think when you hear them in the chord, it makes a lot more sense. For now, we're just going to stick with it, just us. So I will sing it first, starting on C. 1, 2, here we go. C, F, so, C, La, Ti, La. Fi, mi, fa, fi, so. Rest, 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 rest. Si, fi, so, si, la, ti, la. Rest, rest, rest. Fi, mi, fa, fi, so. Rest. And then we're done with that for the rest of it. It's just sort of strange. This time, sing with me. I'll turn up the piano a little bit and hope I play the right notes. All right. 1, 2, here we go. Si, fi, so, si, la, ti, la. Rest, rest, rest. Fi, mi, fa, fi, so. Rest, 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 rest. Si, fi, so, si, la, ti, la. Rest, rest, rest. Fi, mi, fa, fi, so. Rest, rest, rest. Awesome. I think the thing to remember is that the la and the ti are farther apart than you think they are, especially when we've been singing all these in-between bits. The la, ti, la. So make sure you're not flat on the ti, la. All right, this time, it's all you. On C to F. 1, 2, here you go. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, 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 rest. Here you go. I think once you get it in your ear, it's not as bad as it looks. Nice. All right, and the last stuff we will be working on in this video is on page 12. Flip on over to page 12. Looking at the middle system, second measure in, which is measure 100. They switch up the rhythm a little bit on us. It's a little tricky. It messed me up when I sang through it. It still messes me up a little bit, so I think it might mess you up too. But once we've got it, friends. All right. This rhythm goes like this. On measure 100. Do, do, ti, so, ti, do, do, ti, so, ti. It's just those two measures together. it's flip-flop from each other. Usually you do the do, do, ti, so ti, but this one, the first measure 100 is do, do, ti, so ti, do, do, ti, so ti. Join me. 1, 2, here we go. Do, do, ti, so ti, do, do, ti, so ti. This time, just you. 1, 2, here you go. Nice. And then last but not least, when you are turning from page 12 to page 13, I just want you to write a little note to yourself that you go from me all the way down to fa. It's another tricky page turn thing. So that very last measure of page 12 sounds like this. Do, ti, do, mi, fa. Sorry. Re, do. I sang it correctly, I didn't play it correctly. Let's give Miss Holman another shot. Do, ti, do, mi, fa, re, do. It's just a big jump, so just write yourself a little note. And I think you've got it, friends. Want to sing that with me? And we'll be done. Here we go. Do, ti, do, mi, fa, re, do. Now that won't catch you by surprise. I hope this video is useful for you. Sorry for sort of editing weirdness. There's just been lots of dog barking and mistakes. I hope to improve my editing skills in the future. Thank you guys so much for hanging in there with me. Love and light to all of you, and I hope this helps.